This is a story of a dog marked by the image of a childhood. The scenes that upset her, and only years later would she fully understand, is that of the seemingly powerful orb and the small dog that helped her find it. The story takes place in and around the time of the Great Pause. Reflecting back from behind the wooden confines where she has been for so many years, she harkens back to the search for the great orb and the haunting image that still plays in her mind. Of the small one falling, and the woman who held them both, and the orb, seemingly captive. The time of the Great Pause was marked not just by isolation, but confinement with the humans. They were around so often. The woman, however, would go on, looking for the orb, apparently. The small one would dream of the orb and the woman. It was a time of great rest and great unrest. Eventually, the small one decided to go in search of the orb. It was at the dead of winter. She ran into the large one. They united in their search for the orb and continued on their quest together. The large one knowing the dangers that lie ahead and the great power of the orb. Humans had locked the orb in a cage of its own, protecting it from capture. It was virtually impenetrable. The large one remembers hiding. She heard the men speak of the orb. Now they could throw it and fetch it and bring it back. This sort of power was unheard of. The large one decided then and there that obtaining the orb was her destiny. She remembers the old sage speaking of the day when the orb would set them all free. The small one listened with rapt attention and gained focus and intensity that carried them through the deepest of winter as they traveled south toward the orb. As the days wore on, the ice melted and the weather became warmer, at times hot. They were thirsty and hungry when they came upon a tree trunk, the rings of which illustrated time and place, where they are now, where they have been, and where they are yet to travel. Continuing their journey through the heat and hunger, thirst overcame them, and suddenly they heard something in the woods. Showed them water and told them of a house beyond the forest, a place that held the orb. The big one and the little one thanked their friend and continued on toward their destiny. Over the mountains and through the forest they went. Suddenly, the small one, having run ahead, yelled out, "I found the house." She and the large one ran enthusiastically and gazed upon it. They decided to wait until dark to attempt to enter the house. Quietly, they crept in, the large one with no small amount of trepidation. Having found no one, they rested. They shared a meal together, and then rested some more. Suddenly, the small one sensed something in the other room. He went to investigate. The orb. I found the orb, she thought. She tried to break into its cage and unleash it from its imprisonment. Outside a noise. She called for the big one. Outside they saw a woman. They knew what they needed to do. Quickly, the small one attacked. The large one ran around trying to distract the woman. The small one tried to go in for the kill. Then, horror. The small one recognized that there was nothing she could do. She couldn't bear to look. The large one urged her to run. Run! Knowing there was nothing to be done, she fled. Running as fast as she could. Her mind reeling at the loss of a friend. The large one, now shackled and imprisoned, hoped against hope that the small one was able to capture the orb. Imprisoned and humiliated, made to wear silly outfits, she thought of her friend and hoped beyond hope that she was free and at peace.